Number 14 in section 2.5 is actually very similar to a video I just made for problem number 10. Both of those are going to require you to know how to expand a binomial raised to the third power. So if you missed that, go back and watch the video on 2.5 number 10, but it uses this idea right here, guys, that if you are going to try to expand a binomial raised to the third power, this is the format you have to follow. So I'm not going to explain all that again. Let's dive into it though. So here we go. We've got to expand that numerator here. So we're going to have still a limit as h approaches 0. And now here we go. Up in the numerator, 3 plus h quantity cubed. You start off with the first term, 3 to the third power, which is going to give us a 27. Then from there, we're going to add to that. All right, here's where it gets interesting. It's now 3 times the first term squared times the second term to the first power. So 3 times 3 squared, that's 3 times 9, that's another 27, and then h to the first power. There's the second term in our expansion. Here comes the third. The third term is another 3 multiplied by the first term to the first power, and the second term to the second power. 3 times that 3 is going to be a 9, and h to the second is obviously h squared. And the last term is pretty easy. It's just plus this last term right here taken to the third power. So plus h cubed. But again, it's really easy to lose sight of this. A binomial to the third power gets you 4 terms. There's still this minus 27 at the end here. And this problem would not be possible to do if we had forgotten that minus 27. Why? Because the plus 27 at the beginning and the minus 27 at the end cancel each other out. And this is a step, I don't think I said this in the previous video, that once you get the hang of this, guys, I'll expect you to be able to do this in your head. You don't need to show me this. But what I want you to see here is that there are 1, 2, 3 terms left in the numerator, all of which contain an h. So we're going to factor out that h and be left with 27 plus 9h plus h squared all over h. And sure enough now, the h on the top and the h on the bottom cancel each other out, and with no denominator other than 1, plug and chug is going to work just fine now. This is going to be a 27 plus the 9 times 0 is 0, plus the 0 squared is 0, and that's going to get us our final answer here of 27.